Yo, welcome back to another video. Today here, guys, the FNCS Global Championship is here. Somebody's going to be walking away. I'm sorry I haven't posted about Fortnite, but this is the FNCS Global Championship. Guys, I'm watching it right now at Legends Landing. Go check it. It's Legends Landing. It's made by Epic, guys. You have to watch this. It is somebody's going to win $1 million, $2 million, whoever wins the duo game. Like Baha and all those players, you know, guys. It's crazy right now. You guys have to check it out. This is crazy, guys. So we're just gonna hang with me. This is gonna be a pretty long video. But yeah, guys. We're just gonna watch, see who wins, guys. So let's do it. Alright, let's go Cooper. Okay. Alright, Cooper and Mero. Okay. Cooper and Mero is pretty good. Over cheating. Oh wow.
Still find a way to keep moving forward, and this is just so paramount for Cheatin' and Pixie's run.
This is crazy, guys.
Do everything in their power to stay as close.
Because they're all sweaty and good players, so guys. So this is gonna be good.
Finding moments to find that breath of relief.
Just what an incredible story for Pixie and Cheatin'. Jumping in, this opportunity coming in for final moments, so making the best of it now.
Look, guys, the leaderboard's right here. Cooper and Mero in the first place, guys. That's crazy.
No one can close the gap on. It is getting
I'll tell you guys what's going on.
Mix it. Blaha, the high ground is theirs. They've had it since the mountaintop, the first to claim it. Have not looked back since. Still have crash pads.
This is crazy, guys.
Very curious, though, to see what exactly is going to happen. These moving zones going forward.
There's a lot of people battling, guys. I can't wait to see who wins, guys. You know, I wish I was there, but anyways, let's go. Let's see.
Will be forced to use his legendary slurp juice. That does buy him a little bit of time here. Still has 3 charges left in that rocket ram as well.
Sorry for not talking right now, guys, but this is crazy, guys.
Just more builds being completely ripped through here.
Front side of zone is where he finds something. No, he's off the mound. He's got to be very careful here as it bounces back. So unfortunate. It was so close to being perfect, but instead put himself in a bad position. Another player above him. He's going to have to charge it up in no time. Vino finds him there, and Cooper and
Alright, guys, you see right there, up there? That's how many squads are left. And over here, how many players are left. That's crazy, guys. This is so crazy. It's going crazy. It's going down like James Brown, my guys. Bro, this is crazy. I don't think this is going to be copyright because this is the Global FNCS Championship, guys. This is so exciting, guys. It's really cool. I'm sorry if I acted overexcited, guys. This is crazy. But the way you can watch this is not on TV. You could go into Fortnite, go into Legends Landings by Epic, and then you could go over there to that side, run, and then it takes you to there. It takes you to takes you to this, guys.
He needed to finish to stay alive.
See, guys?
Sacrificed himself, but it wasn't enough. Meanwhile, Seti, Cammy versus Queasy, Vino off
It's crazy, guys. You have to watch this, guys.
Cammy's hurt too. Vino's hurt too. It's a back and forth.
I'll be right back.
You may not think there's a rivalry here, but there is sure is bad blood. Seti on fire, still going. But Cammy has something to say about it. Vino shuts that down.
Cammy, though, finally gonna get put into the dirt, though not by who we were suspecting. It's Bryce and it's Chubbs controlling the high ground now. Vino doing what he can from below. Cole still trying to hang on, but it's gonna be Bryce, it's gonna be Chubbs as they take another victory royale on the weekend.
From the lower bracket, fighting their way through it to the grand final stage, they have picked up a victory royale, and they have continued to win over this weekend. They are rising stars.
Yo, I'm back. This is crazy, guys.
The sight of you winning a victory royale is going to be one of the most enduring
Let's
memories
go, Roll, guys.
of this
They won.
entire event for me, because every time you guys have success in the lobby, You just can't believe how good you are. What does it feel like to take a second victory royale in Copenhagen?
It feels amazing. It's exciting.
And what did you guys discuss in the halftime break? Because you needed the points desperately, and now you're in fourth on the leaderboard.
We got this. We're better than everybody here.
Is that literally the conversation you had?
Yeah.
Now, I know that this is a first time on land for you, Bryce. What about you, Chubbs? How much experience have you been able to
Sorry for
bring to
not
the stage
talking,
this
guys. You could
weekend?
just listen to this.
Not much, but our skill is there, so we're here to win.
Is that what it's all about? Just the skill?
Yes, that's it.
So tell me about your early games then, because that seems to be the trend here. The teams that are uncontested, that can just mat up and get their resources ready, seem to be doing the best right now. Are you finding yourself caught in early fights?
Only last game. This game, we're just playing how we normally play against Surge.
So what happens then if someone comes to you to try and get that surge?
We're better than them. We'll just kill them.
Do you believe this, Bryce? Do you believe in yourself now after you've had
I
so
guess.
many epic moments here?
Let's continue.
I do. I think we could win.
And do you believe in this man, Chubbs?
I do.
Amazing. Well, I'm starting to believe in the two of you too. Thank you so much, guys. Congratulations. Everyone, Bryce and Chubbs!
Wow, guys. That's crazy. Wow, guys.
And Bryce and Chubb showing a lot of restraint, right? They can be going crazy, they can be popping off, but no, they're focused. They know there's only 2 games left to go. Now with this lead, with this
There's 2
victory
games
royale
left, guys.
and the eliminations as well, they could make a run of it. Now, very quickly before we even get going, Kelly Lake, Mini Miner, welcome to the analyst desk. Okay, now hit me.
I mean, wow. This is something that we have seen from this duo this weekend. They have got victory royales in the previous rounds. And we've just seen it again. I think there's a few question marks about whether they could do it on the big stage. I mean, Frankie mentioned it. Maybe the lack of experience compared to some of the other
Wow,
duos
guys,
in the
this is
lobby,
crazy.
but they're not showing any nerves at the moment. They're on top.
No, and they were on top of that mountain as well.
highlights.
We saw Mixon drop down from there. We also saw Vino, Queasy, Seti, and Cammy all fighting for that high ground.
Cold.
And when you have the mountain there, it is
Standings.
so
Oh,
important
Cooper
to be able
Romero
to
on it
grab that
first,
high ground because
guys.
it is so difficult to be
Chubbs
able to
2
recover
Tact is in
from the mid and
4th.
low ground, and we saw that with the likes of Miro
Elite
and
Romero and
Cooper,
Diaz
that's
is
so
in
good.
8th. Alright,
It's a
that's
lot
not
more
bad.
difficult to be able to rotate
Agent
around
Reed
the high
and
ground.
Ritual
So big
LXFD.
shout-outs to
That's
our duo,
9.
Chubbs
and
and
10.
Bryce right there, going up
Alright,
16
okay.
places.
That's not bad, guys.
But
Cooper Romero
Pixie
are
and Cheaton
really
not
good right now,
moving
guys.
anywhere.
Yeah, I want
This
to
is
come back to
crazy.
the first Cammy and Seti. You kind of highlighted them. There, we saw them, we saw Cole, we saw Vino and Queasy. My gosh, that endgame was a who's who. Didn't matter where you were looking, you're like, I know all
That
of
was a
these
crazy
things.
endgame, guys.
But I love here, you can just tell, if you really pay attention to the way Cammy and Seti play, when Queasy and Veno are close by and they're kind of like interacting, the way that Seti and Cammy, there's like this tiny little change. It's almost like now they're on the hunt. They can smell the blood in the water. Like, no, you're close by. Okay, we switch it on.
Yeah, they definitely know. I mean, when you got 2 of the best teams in the entire world battling for height, it is an absolute spectacle to behold. That was such a good endgame for both those
Guys,
guys.
there's 2 more
Maybe
games
it's
left.
one
I don't
game
know.
for
Maybe
Queasy,
Cooper
Veno,
and
Queasy in
Mero
particular,
might
but
win.
Of course, Cammy and Seti. These guys have had a little bit of a rough day today. I know you guys mentioned it on the desk earlier. They haven't actually had a good game. Hopefully, they can bring some better games as well because we know what
Cammy and
this team
Tundra
can do.
Seti
And
is
again,
in
that's just
3rd.
highlighting
Oh,
how
wow.
They're not just a low ground team. They're not just a mid ground team. They are willing and are able to take height.
It's just so funny how many people are saying that they're having a rough day, but they're currently in 3rd place.
Yeah.
So clearly, their
They have 0
rough game is
victory
my
royales,
best
and
game.
average placement is 11th.
Cammy
Study
and Seti,
Livingston.
I really gotta give a shout
They're
out
not bad for them,
to
guys.
early on, going so deep in the storm to try and grab that remaining player before they were able to bring back up their teammates. However, they realized that once they did, they then backed off and said that
This is
is
the
what we're
halftime
doing.
break,
We wanna
guys,
get knocked
so
down
stay
early
tuned.
because we want to make it to the end game.
Yeah.
And they did just that.
That's what they've been doing all day. They've been sitting inside of that storm. That's one of their strategies that we like to see from Cammy and Seti on this big stage. They're trying to get those heals, and particularly when the zone pulls north, of course, it goes into that jungle area where there are those shield mushrooms. Of course, there are those bounce little mushrooms as well that you can use to rotate. And we even saw them in that game.
I
using
don't know,
one of those
Pixie
kinetic
Ball and
blocks.
Over
And that's what they're trying to
Cheatin'.
do. They're trying to stay
They
back
in
and try
second
and get
place,
out of
and they're
fights
not.
and ensure they can make it to
They're
a
pretty
And another
close.
thing that they're doing pretty much
There,
every
guys.
single game except for one is being able to get that forecast tower, which is obviously
Yeah.
so beneficial. But we gotta talk about the top team, Cooper and Miro. Miro just going absolutely crazy. And there was a moment in that game where I wasn't too sure how they were going to do. You can see here, 102 below Storm Surge there, and that is such a risky place to be this late in the game. But also, I mean, can we talk about the Rocket Ram in this game? I don't think I've ever seen so many builds destroyed in just 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think the reason for that was just because of the natural elevation in the zone. The Rocket Ram is the item just to smash through so many builds.
Alright,
and get to
guys,
where
this
you
is
want to
crazy,
be without
guys.
anything getting in
I
the
can't
way
wait
or
to see your
breaking
wins in 2
everything
games,
that could be
guys.
getting in the way. This is
Let's
a
go.
fantastic end game from Miro. And I don't want to cast there. I think it was Monster. He mentioned that there was like 4 of our top 5 teams all surrounding the Rift Island. That's no mistake. That's no mistake. All those teams are identifying, Cooper and Miro being one of them, is that they don't have to go for Island and claim it to get all of the beneficiaries that offers. Of course, you can have so many of those mats that you can refarm. Easy high
Yeah,
ground.
guys, this is
There's
going to be a
reason why
very
all these
long
top teams
video,
are
so
going for
stay
it.
tuned,
And
guys.
Cooper and Miro are showing us how it's done.
I swear, in the mid game, every single time that we go to Cooper and Miro, they are farming, and it has been every single game. And they are one of the best teams to be able to efficiently farm and use that mid game so that they can have a better late game, and that's what we're seeing.
And we've seen a lot of West zones today, right? Games 1 to 3, all on the West side. And of course, Miro and Cooper, they land on that West side. So for once, we're seeing a zone that isn't in their favor.
Alright, one
I was
side, guys.
definitely asking a few questions about, I was like, if the zone doesn't pull their way, what are they going to do? Are they going to be able to sort of play to that standard? They've just answered all my questions.
I mean, guys, Cooper and Miro, they have a lead. That's a 100-point lead. We have 2 games left to go. As long as they
Hi,
can stay out of their
guys.
own heads,
I'm
we
excited.
could be looking at
You do not know
global
how
champions.
excited I am,
Now,
guys.
We quickly wanted to highlight Benno.
Guys.
This man is popping off.
I
right
just
now. He
such
is
wonder
dragging
what it
out
is.
like crazy. Benno
Guys.
is doing what he does.
This is great
Woo!
to see from Benno, and I know their sort of game strategy and their game plan has been so masterfully crafted by his team. Of course, BloodX, of course, are on the coaching side of things, just doing things fantastically well. And Benno's been such a great player that's developed so much throughout his entire gameplay. He hasn't just been an all-out fragger that's going jumping in boxes brainlessly. He has developed into such a fantastic, almost half IGL. He tends to take control in these end games, whilst also fragging out. What can he do?
Well, especially when you're in a solo situation, you kind of have to IGL for yourself just a little bit because you know your situation the best, and that is exactly what we saw from Benno.
Guys, I want to break down so much. There's just so much happening in this game. But I'm getting word. Games are already ready. We're jumping back all up into the action. So, casters, back on up to you.
Thank you guys so much. Always love getting that little bit of analytical insight during the analyst
This is
desk
crazy, guys.
segments, but they're absolutely right. We have seen so many pop-off instances from so many different players, and I just want to see if they can keep the ball rolling here in game number 5.
Lucky for us, we can do just that 'cause the battle bus is here. Let's go.
Oh, guys, let's go. The next match is on. This is crazy.
Game number 5 of the grand finals is right before us. This is where we are now in the final stages of the tournament here. After this game, there will only be one more before we crown our champion. So here and now
Alright,
is the
guys,
most
let's see
important time
what's
of the
going
rounds.
on.
We're watching every single one of these teams begin to depart from the battle bus and look to drop at their respective points. It's always funny, too, when you see the players in between those brief segments, when they're pointing out which chest they actually want to prioritize on their loop paths, depending on the bus pathway itself.
Well, Thomas
now,
HD,
Thomas
oh,
gonna
he's
try and
really
find
good,
out
guys.
just drop and wing
Oh,
it.
gosh.
Big shots
Oh,
coming in
okay.
already from afar, and that's going to be an assist there for Kanata, even if indirect. Now,
Oh,
Luka
gosh, people are already
showing
dying.
up, but it's not
Dang.
going to be enough.
Oh, gosh, guys, JSR. Oh, wow.
And it
Heroic
just
Thomas already out.
yet
One of the first
again
people out.
take
That's
over
good.
the
That's crazy,
racetrack.
guys. I
Again,
really
the
thought they
help
had
from afar
potential.
just did so much there for Kanata
The
and
replay.
Majors.
It was kind of crazy,
That's
guys. Look at all of
that's all
them.
he wants to say. He came to Copenhagen. He showed up to the grand finals. Who had the best score at the end of it? Right now, Kanata and Adrian clearly have been kings of the drop. But what can they do after this last game?
Alright, let's go.
They
Let's see
unfortunately
these guys.
finished so
Overcheat and
soon.
landed at,
They have a chance to at least fight
I
for
forgot
more
what the,
earnings here today.
POI is called.
There is still
What is it?
so much prizing on
Brutal
the line.
Bastion, yeah.
The grand finals means
Oh, this
so
is where
much
I'm
more
gonna
than
go.
just first place. Everything in between. It's your legacy. Recent Giannis getting into a fight here against Baka. Pars,
Oh.
Baka and Pars are about due for a
Baka's good,
turnaround
guys.
fight. Finally, they get to find their wind, their chance.
I'm surprised
Baca Bars
Baja's
for
not in
anything
the
else,
top
just
10
a
yet,
little bit
guys.
of numbers.
I don't think he could win.
A lot of NA representation so far to start things off with some of these more heavily contested areas, but as far north side of the map, Crude Harbor section is going to belong to Pars and Baca. Definitely got to be feeling really good about that, especially when you consider in the way that this fight initially started. Almost looked as though Giannis and Reason were going to get the better end of things, but
That's
Pars
crazy, guys.
doing a beautiful job to just displace the two, finding that
Oh,
side
Mero
maneuver, really
and
just
Cooper
approach
landed
them
at
from a
Rumble
different attacking
Ruins.
side and just caused so many issues.
Miro and Cooper
Makes sense. They have to
playing
land
so
away
well
from
right now.
everybody.
Miro's won 4 of his 5 FNCS titles without securing a single victory royale. He has been literally Mr. Consistent, but based off of eliminations and endgame runs, a lot of which he's done solo because he's lost his teammate, but I think he's found his counterpart in this recent major because they've just been playing great Fortnite together.
Hey, first place might mean 65 placement points, but second place at 56 is not half bad by any
He's got
means.
2 of those.
Especially when
Oh,
you're able
guys.
to back-to-back
Cooper
them
and
like we
Mero
saw
are up by like
from
50
Miro
points.
earlier today.
I think Cooper and Mero are
Get
going to
those
win this
solo
one,
clutch
guys.
instances as well. Definitely not an easy position to be in.
I want Chubbs 2 tax at
But a
least
few
go to second
teams
place, though.
who weren't involved with some of those
And
early engagements,
Brinks.
50-50 drops. Right now, they're all just on the hunt to see where and when
Over
they can
cheated.
acquire their surge tag
Yeah, they
damage.
blew
Because
up
the
it.
surge
Yeah, I saw
strategies,
that already.
they have been coming in hot all weekend long, but they are needed now more than ever here in the M5.
Yeah, Brutal Bastion's an interesting spot because Pixie and Cheatin have been here. They have been here round after
Pixie
round,
Ball is here
but
too?
haven't quite gotten into any of the fights.
And there's
And
you.
also, what a great stat. Pixie and Cheatin are the first duos to Aqua and Nyrox in World Cup with back-to-back VRs at an in-person event at a LAN.
Oh,
And
wow. guys.
Aqua and Nyrox set history that weekend when they did that, only to go on and take it all away. But today, we see something completely different here. This story, the standings, of course, Cooper and Miro is their biggest task yet.
Bryce and Chubbs, there's definitely a team that'd be looking to break a stat like that. They're certainly the ones to keep an eye out for. I mean, you heard the
Definitely.
confidence in that post-game interview. We're simply better than everybody else here. And granted, the way that they managed to creep
Bill
up
Fizz and
the
a Misha
leaderboards might just be backing
Wow,
them up
I
on
think they're
that.
going to win.
Teeny and Nisha
One sec, guys. Let's just make that.
trying to pressure in on Taquitos and Pete Ibsen. A nice drop down from Teeny as well. Gonna make quick work of Cheetos and not much left for Pete Ibsen to do. Watching his teammate go down
Alright,
so
guys.
early before you could really
Alright,
run
guys.
the assist help.
This is crazy.
How impressive so many of these first-time LAN appearance players
Sorry,
have been,
my dad had to
including
run
Najin
here,
and
guys.
Moneymaker, as they continue to
Oh,
find their
alright,
stride
let's
here,
do
taking
it.
out Bobby. Where is Larpex? I think they got the full.
This is crazy, guys. Oh, Moneymaker's still
They
in?
pushed everyone
I didn't
out,
see
so just got a
Moneymaker.
single elimination, but this is great.
Warface just barely managing to squeeze away, but he's got to be careful which direction he chooses to run. A couple of other teams lurking just south of the Creaky compound, so depending on the angles that he
Moneymaker's
approaches, some of
really
those
good.
teams might find some
Agent
trouble.
Paper.
Muggs and Paper.
Agent Paper. Oh,
Oh,
guys,
wow.
Agent Paper.
They're just trying to chop out Shari right now. Moderately successful job. Paper looking to push from the front side now. Muzz, a little wraparound, but Giras has finally managed to reunite with his duo. So Paper and Muzz definitely reconsidering exactly how aggressively they want to approach this, especially given Paper's loadout. They might need this refresh monster because it'd be nice to have some extra materials this early on.
Yeah, Paper just uncertain, making the call. Hey, is there someone up there? I'm not sure. That slows everything down now. Muzz tries to scout for the information, but doesn't find anything
This is crazy,
from
guys.
it. That right there will tell them.
There's still
Okay, Giras
89
is trying
players
to run.
left.
There was no one
This game's
there.
going to be long.
Little pump fake is going to save them. Now we jump over to Sphinx and
Moneymaker
Foil.
and...
We saw
and
Moneymaker
Swiss
chasing
Sphinx is-
Larpex, but
Oh,
look at that.
God.
Might have cost him now as they run right into the solid wall that is Sphinx and Foya, already a team that has taken a victory out here today. So confidence is definitely there.
Oh, gosh, guys. So you think... What team you think, guys, is going to win? guys?
Moneymaker, though, won't be able to find a shot just yet. Cancel that. Seems as though he did sneak one up onto Sphinx. A little pause here now. Fine, debating which augment he wants to select. Maybe if he can find one that might help him out in this circumstance. But Boyo and Spinks, they seem as though they might run in to finish.
Boyo and Spinks.
But Moneymaker had started. Warfix not too far off from where this little skirmish is taking place. But again,
No, he got finished. It looks like Spinks turned around and
finally managed to
with
cut
an
him off.
immediate
Fixing my
headshot,
camera, guys, sorry.
immediate headshot right as you said that. Spinks finds elimination, takes him out. There it is. That's 4 points. You like that?
From the frying pan into the fire, essentially, at that point. But usually how the story goes whenever players are left in those solo situations. Teeny and Misha, though, how many times have we seen this one before? A curious place to be, though. May or may not work out in
Teeny
their
and Misha Finn
favor.
just hanging out, guys. That's
But
good.
their patience could also play off big.
They're in enemy builds right now.
Yeah,
as
that's
well.
right.
I think they're on something. I think they believe there might be a reboot card here or something worth holding out that will tempt these players to get closer to them. Zagu and Peppo are clearly rummaging around right now trying to find something. So for Misha and Teeny, a cheeky smile on his face right here. They're definitely cooking something up.
And bro was looking devious in
Yeah.
that player game. I mean, he got the fingers crossed. He is waiting to see if he can scoop something up here. For Bryson Chubbs, they've got a different nature of attack. One that's a little bit more towards leading the charge, so to say. Here over at Shady Stilts, just trying to get some good
Hi, guys.
utilization out of the mud that's available for some faster rotations. See if maybe they might run into any teams that they could acquire some search tags on as well. And see quite a few teams sort of hovering around the edge of that north side of the map, just trying to gauge whether or not investing into a full rotation would be worthwhile, given some of the elevation that comes with it. It's always
Oh my
nice
gosh,
when you
guys,
get a
my
good
camera
aerial
is-
view of the lobby.
Definitely that information table is so important, especially in this game. Stacey and POTUS on the move right now, trying to get situated for weapons.
Alright.
For them, but Teeny, Misha, the ambush finally pays off. They catch Peppo out in the open and they come crashing on in with a rocket ram. What a way to start this one off. Very explosive, very aggressive. Misha taking a wall by himself, no builds. What in the world is going on right now? Says, oh, that's one. I like that. That's weak. Gets right inside. Zagu has to clutch this one
Hi,
out right now.
guys.
His teammate's hurt. Peppo's on the run. In
Got
goes
to fix
Teeny.
my camera.
Zagu puts up the numbers though, but Misha finishes the job and clutches out for Teeny.
And that was massive as well for Teeny and Misha, because we saw them waiting for so long. They had essentially no build to work with because of the fact that they spent so much time waiting. So they needed those materials. But I guess you can just let other teams do the work for you if you're able to find the eliminations.
Not looking good right now for Cheatin though. Very low on HP. Trying to decide, man, what do I do with my offense? More importantly, do I utilize these slap juices now? Or should I wait? Pixie in the meanwhile, trying to scavenge around here, seeing what he can find as he's got more health to spare. The problem is Baka is up on the hill. Duos are in the vicinity, so there it is. It was all worth it. I think it's a battle for this. And
Pixie
they
ball,
should get
guys.
rewarded here shortly with everything they need. Nice. It's gonna bounce them right back into this. Our second place runners, Pixie and Cheatin, have a chance now to bounce back.
That was definitely the care package that they needed
Yeah.
more than anything else right now. I mean, we saw just how held low GM was starting to Pink and Miko on the other hand. A team that's doing relatively well as far as resources are concerned. Now, the question is whether or not they'll get a chance to fully utilize them, because as they make this rotation through fields, maybe they manage to spot out into the horizon, and whether or not they're aware of the fact that it's, that was a different story entirely, but given the circumstances of where all teams are rotating out of, will be unlikely for Pink to be aware of the fact that like Fusey that are rotating out from Kenjutsu.
Yeah, and Tammy is Seti right there in the front as well, just like one second. A lot of danger in that area. Meanwhile, Ken Center, Acorn and Cold stick to their tried and true strategy. Basket up into the mouths. closer
Super
inside
Marrow's
the top
still
10.
in, okay.
But the conversation
How
sure
is he?
skewed right now
Wow.
up towards the top. But Acorn Cole jumped into it. Queasy and Vino have as well. Taste and Mustache now have room to make their way into these conversations too, taking down Alec and Worthy there. Nicely done. They have the zone more or less not too far, so we'll be balling out here shortly.
Can't say I'm surprised to see Mustache and Tayson trying to get a little bit more aggressive into the action here, understanding that they need to make up some points to keep themselves in the conversation of that top 10, top 5 territory. Well played here by Tayson and Mustache as well, just getting so close together here.
Guys, I might make 2 parts to this, guys.
Oshi's last remaining hope. Unfortunately for Alex and Worthy, they'll have to wait for our final match to make another debut, see whether or not they can catapult themselves a little bit further up the leaderboards. But look at this, Rift Island. We've been seeing a decent amount of action pick up as the games go on here. Axforce immediately getting lit up, trying to farm some materials off the roof of this new building here on Rift Island. Fortunately for him, he's got Robot Bomb toss him a couple of heals, but at the same time, Misha, Teeny, they managed to fly right in to join the heart of the action here. Axforce and
10 to
Robot might not
14.
get this as freely as they initially believed.
I love this because Teeny and Misha, these last couple games have just been
Monaco,
menaces.
Falcon, Tyson,
Pushing
and
everyone,
Montgomery.
playing
Stash
for
are
Rift
in
Island. They're trying
13th
to come
place.
back. They're
I
trying
did
to
not
make this
know
money
that.
right now.
Axforce.
They're not willing to give it up without a fight. That's what it's all about. This is exactly what players fear the most, though. Rift Island being highly contested like this, when teams are desperate to jump
getting
up the
crazy
standings,
now,
Mission
guys.
team are doing it here and now. They gotta get in. They gotta get closer. They'll end up giving it away.
Seems as though Misha and Teeny may be hoping that they can try and catch Axforce and Rubov on the rotation out.
It's been more than 25 minutes, guys. You still with me, guys? Yeah, thank you, guys, if you're still watching, guys.
But a massive benefit. Pixie down,
Okay,
and they
that-
find the not Trulex. Gonna look for the finish. Certain that he eliminates Pixie in the process there, and yeah, it's just cheating. Trying to hold it down by his Losum, but he's
Over
locked outside the
cheating.
zone. He's got to find a way to rotate in, but the edge just being so well guarded right now.
Surely has to do with a little bit of greed. They were doing pretty much just fine, but trying to go in there to see what they can find out, and they just get met with a team. Not what you
Just
expect
2 seconds now in
at all.
5th. Oh
TNL,
gosh,
because
guys,
they
they're down by
showed
3 points
themselves
while
for a second,
Vico and Pink are
and
in
there were
4th.
players waiting,
Wow,
Boogie
they
and
swapped,
Threats
guys. That's
don't drop
crazy.
a beats there. The damage was
That is actually a
catastrophic.
huge difference.
Chia now has to see if he can pick up his teammate's reboot card and pick him up, but they're gonna have teams like Booga and Threats just looking in, trying to see if they can get points gifted to them.
I mean, even if Chicken does get
Well,
a
Buha
reboot
and
ban at
Threats-
this point, just how beneficial is it
So I
really
think they are in here.
for
I don't know,
himself and
actually.
Pixie? You have to imagine that Booga and Threats haven't really strayed
Over
too far
Cheatin'
from their
and
initial
Pixie
position. They
are in
recognize the
second
fact
place.
that
Oh, wow.
Cheatin' is a solo. They're still hanging out midway
Oh,
between
Dig Buha and Man City
Cheatin',
Threats.
Pixie, and where they need to
Buha's
be as far
there.
as
Oh,
zone is
gosh, guys.
concerned. They might just
Buha
be able to
is
shoot
in
down
there.
Pixie
Oh,
before
that's
he even gets
crazy.
a
I
chance
didn't
to
see
land.
that.
Pixie doing his
Agent
best
Code
to
and
try
Dig
and keep inside
Acorn
the air,
are
and
in 6th place.
well, it
Not
does
bad.
seem as though Booga and
Alright,
Threats
so
have
Buha
started to
is
move off
here.
now,
Buha and
recognizing that
Threats
they
and
need to
Man City
keep pushing
Threats.
forward.
That's bad,
Cheatin' and
guys.
Pixie, they've got a lot of
I
ground
mean,
to
I'm
cover.
surprised they're
Seeing
not
like
in
Trouble
like
Paradise
1st place
right now
already,
as
guys.
Misha's turning online.
Buha's good,
Queasy
you know that, guys.
possibly has fallen as well. Big trades happening everywhere.
It's going to be Queasy and Mano that have actually met their fate here in game number 5. They'll have to wait it out as well for the battle bus to depart in match number 6.
I'm surprised they haven't shown Buha yet in the last 2 games,
Shut it
guys.
down. It's Pastrokey and Kylie applying so much pressure. Queasy and Mano, they were in 7th place here. And now they've got to sit and wait to see where this leaves them on the leaderboard by the time it gets to the
Alright, guys.
completion of game number
Let's go.
5. And that's going to be all it takes. Seti and Cammy sure to have seen that one light up in the elimination feed and possibly got a little pep in their step for it.
Yeah,
Hi guys, if you're watching this, if you watch the entire video, guys, I want you guys to count how many times I said guys, not including this one I just said, but how many times I said guys. Okay, guys?
With Pixie here.
Alright, and put it in the comments and I'll tell you if you're right and you'll get a shout out in the next video, okay? Peace.
This hasn't
Well, I'm not leaving yet,
Miro
but
and Cooper are
yeah.
struggling in the mid game here, but Pixie and Gian are as well. Except one might say Pixie and Gian, much worse situation as they were finished off before they can get to safety. Due to the hands of Threats and Bugha once again, finding them there on the Storm's edge, waiting for them.
You could just tell that Bugha and Threats were not going to let that one go easy. And now, Miro, Cooper, they've just got to continue to try and play things out as cool, calm, and collected as ever before. Behind them, recognizing the fact that they might have some pressure on their backside, Miro trying to be attentive towards how they continue to rotate in. A couple of shots, some damage being applied. Cooper, though, pausing only for a moment. Slight regroup needed.
Alright, this game is crazy,
massive
guys.
shot. The shields are correct. Some well-played shots there from Cooper. And that's going to be enough to put a pause. Brazilian duo's pressure points.
Taco, will we be calling this early? Will we be calling the Global Championship early? It just might become
Big Dick and
mathematically
Edgy are already there.
impossible. If Cooper and Miro have their run right now, their closest competition is so far away at this point.
Oh, Pixie Ball and Over Cheating is out.
Have a chance now to keep this
Like, they're out of the game
tournament run
right now.
alive. But
guys.
the trophy is so close.
Maintaining nerves is easily one of the most difficult aspects of being inside of this sort of situation here, especially when you look at the likes of Cooper, who, again, relatively fresh as far as experience is concerned, but when he's got such a veteran like Miro by his side, it's no wonder they've done an excellent job so far in maintaining their momentum and maintaining their mental as well. But whether or not other teams are going to get a chance to play spoiler, we'll have to wait and see, because right now, as things continue to evolve, Zone continuing to pull just across Rumble Ruins at this point, and all these other teams on the north side now starting to trickle their way back in. You have to remember, Rumble Ruins, that's also Miro and Cooper's starting point.
Yeah, this is home territory. This is hometown. And they're looking to do just that. But everyone's hurt
Wow,
here.
guys.
Miro and Cooper
There's
finished the
53
job.
players
They
left.
get another set of eliminations, the refresh that they needed. And this has been the story game after game. They're hurt. They need an elimination. They need a refresh. And they actually find it one of the few duos that can legitimately just do it.
And this is starting to feel a little bit too good to be true almost. I mean, if I'm Miro and Cooper, I almost want to panic, because it's like, I can't believe that I just keep finding the most perfect refreshes of all time. I mean,
Guys,
Cooper,
this is crazy, guys.
practically max mats. Miro definitely in a good spot. And the fact that they have so many materials now split between them,
Yep.
that they have so much familiarity as well in this POI, specifically because it's their initial drop. All they got to do is try to continue playing things through. You see Miro making a push towards the high ground as well.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they want to play for hype right here and close this chapter out. But no, things start to change. Teams start to rocket ram on up. Destruction is ever so near. Head nearby. You can hear the shots. Miro makes the call up. This guy's hurt. I'm going for it. I can use these materials. Finds the wood build, but no, another team below him. Has to back up now. For a moment there, it was almost all over. Shots come in again. This time, Hen claps back for a little bit. And it is getting very, very dangerous here. Bryson Chubbs are still standing. Vico and Pink still in this as well.
Decent discipline, though, from Miro to
Hi,
not
guys.
try
This
and
is
push
crazy,
that
guys.
situation any further. He knew that Cooper was simply too far away to actually play backup. They don't want to necessarily go to first positioning. Storm Surge actually is going to be Miro and Cooper's best friend. Another 4 points to be added in the elimination process. I don't think it gets much better than that.
I think he knows that right now, so we'll see if he ends up going for the loop. But Vico and Pink have a lot to do, a lot of work to put in right now. The
Wow,
long
guys,
road
this is
to make here.
crazy.
Almost no material. They would love a refresh and hopefully a rocket ramp to get on out of here, because this is going up and over. The last two terrains have been very difficult to traverse here. They have a crash pad, so off they go. Up they go. Miro's out. Rocket Ram in full effect here, lands on the side. Cooper's here to meet with them, but the team's behind them. Good block there, keeps them up for a moment. Now, looking for the refresh. It's Seti here in front of him. So close, yet so far.
Wow, guys.
Cammy's on height, holding things down as Duel meets with them. The big heels come out. They need a bounce back. They need these wins.
Cammy and Seti might be at the very top of the time being, but just across the way, it's Kanata, it's Agers. These zones continuing to force these players pressing forward. Well played, though, by Miro and Cooper, and that secondary high layer after the rocket round ended. Not the play path he was hoping for, but for Bryce, man, talk about a tag path. Those are some massive shots that he just landed.
Alright, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I'm gonna make a part 2, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Pop this big